and Jehovah.
Man, what's going on, YouTube? How you doing? How you doing? First and foremost, I want to thank everyone for the love and support. Thank y'all for commenting on my videos, liking my videos, sharing my videos, and just subscribing to my channel. I will always be thankful for that. Now, Easter weekend just passed. How was y'all weekend? Did y'all enjoy yourself? Did you have to feed your kids a lot over the weekend? Did you have to spend some time with them over the weekend? How was that? How was Easter Sunday? Do people still wake up for sunrise service on Easter? I remember, boy, I remember I had a partner, man, back when I was young, and he'll make me, his dad and mom and them make me spend the night so we can go to church. And I remember the first time, I didn't know sunrise service. I didn't know nothing about no sunrise service. And I remember, man, it was like, I think me and my partner, we was in bed about 1 o'clock or something, you know what I'm saying? Next day I know we getting up at 4 in the morning. I'm like, whoa, we gotta go to church. I'm like, man, church don't start this early. No, it's sunrise service. It's sunrise, Brian. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Lord, jeez, well, why? If it's sunrise, shit, wait till the sunrise then before I go. But anyway, yeah, I had a good weekend, y'all. I went to the comedy show. I went and saw Eddie Griffin, Corey Holcomb, and D. Ray Davis, and there was 2 other comedians. I enjoyed all the comedians, but Eddie Griffin just didn't hit it for me. I don't know why. I don't know why he just wasn't hitting for me, man. I don't know. It just, and he used to be funny, but I don't know. Something about that night, I don't know. It was just something was off with it, but maybe it's just me. But anyway, before we get started, please hit that like and subscribe button for your boy. Please hit that like and subscribe button for your boy. Foundational Black American men and women, FBA women, FBA men. We need each other. We need each other. I ain't gonna lie, we need each other, we need each other, we need each other. Man, you know, I know we see a lot of red pill or a lot of pink pill or a lot of women versus men, gender divide and all that other stuff. And a lot of people hate when I say this, but I think it's needed. And the reason why I say I think it's needed because you get to look and see how other people think. I'm talking about both sides think. Like, damn, like that's how men feel about women, or this how women feel about men. We got to see stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We got to see stuff like that. And the reason why I say that because we need to be educated on what not to deal with. Who should we be with? Who should we love? Who should we care about? When I watch those gender wars and stuff like that, and I see women, them not the type of women I'm around. I never been around like black women that just had this hate for men. I just haven't been around it. You know what I'm saying? So when I see dudes talk about like how black women don't allow them to be the man and black women don't listen and blah 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 blah, you just was with the wrong person. I just choke it up just like that. Cause I'm not saying my experience with women just been perfect and peaches and cream. You know, life be lifing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, during my experiences with women, you know, black women, it been kind of alright. Besides, you know, being hurt, besides going through relationship problems, you know, besides that. But other than that, I never really had those issues like that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the richest dude, wasn't the finest dude, wasn't none of that. You know? And I think the problem is a lot of men, in my opinion, allow women to dictate them on what a man is. And when I hear men say, well, the woman don't allow me to be the man, well, why you need to ask permission to be a man? Huh? Why you got to ask permission to be a man? Nobody, no woman or man should tell you how to be a man or allow you to or not allow you to be the man. It's on you what you allow. It's on you what you accept. See, I'm not one of these cats that just, you know, cry, well, women ain't doing this, women ain't doing that. Those are women you running into. That's a segment of women that you run into. Because I have ran into women like that, like in real life, that kind of act what we see on social media. But for the most part, I don't run into women like that. I just don't. I'm speaking from a male perspective now. Even when I hear women talk about how black men are violent, or black men go to jail, or black men don't protect black women, or how black men are very abusive and things like that, I hear that from women. It don't bother me because you know what? I know there's other black women out here that don't think like that. So why would I cross over here to someone that feel that way? Why would I go over there? Why? then I'm gonna be just like the man say, the black woman ain't allowed me to be a man because I'm going over here. You get what I'm saying? I'm going over here. And it saddens me when I see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, where's the man's man at? Where's the man's man at? Huh? Where is it? Where have men, I'm talking about men right now, where have the men gone, yo? I ain't gonna lie to you. I never seen growing up, and maybe it's a regional thing, maybe it's a city thing, maybe part where you from or whatever, what type of water you drinking, but I never seen men doing the things that they're doing. You get what I'm saying? Like, I was taught women and children can afford to make mistakes, but a man can't. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, I'm not about to be with a woman that's not aligned with my way of thinking. And just well, that woman I'm with is not about to be with a man like me that don't have the same alignment of thinking that she do. I don't give a damn if my woman make more money than me. Let's start right there. If my woman make more than me, my woman's not going to emasculate me. Because I'm not going to be with a woman that emasculate men. Period. Let me say that again. I can be with a woman that make 20 times more than me, but best believe she's going to still treat me with respect. She's not going to look down on me because I make less money than her. But a lot of cats choose women like that. They choose women that make this amount of money and that woman make them feel small. That's on the man for choosing that. Okay? Now, there are men out here that make more money than a woman and degrade that woman. Use that money to hang over her head. Financially abuse that woman. How you think that woman feel? So that's why I always say we got to be with people that align with our way of thinking. I had to learn that. I'm so thankful that players and hoes put me on to the game. What I mean by hoes, I'm talking about women that sell cat. They told me the game. I ain't gonna use the game, but it just told me how to deal with situations with women. It was a whole, I'm sorry for using that word. It was a lady of the night to my elderly people. It was a lady of the night back in the day, right? But she used to tell me, like, Brian, you ain't gotta force a woman to do nothing. You ain't gotta be a gorilla. She didn't say that, but you ain't gotta be a gorilla to a woman. You ain't gotta be verbally abusive, put your hands on a woman, get her to do it. All you gotta do is just listen and be who you are and be honest with yourself. And be honest with her. And I'm gonna tell you something. I used to didn't listen to that because I still wasn't honest with myself and honest with the woman, right? So back in the day, I was a player. You know, I used to lie to women, finesse women, do all this shit, right? As time went on and as I got older, it didn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be in relationships, I got all these women sleeping with different women while I'm in this relationship, hiding from the woman, got my phone down every time I lay down next to my woman, because I was dishonest. And I didn't want to get caught, but I'm studying lying to this woman and lying to other women. As I got older, and I realized, like, man, why I'm lying to these folks for? Why am I lying? I know what type of man I am, right? And as a man, I shouldn't be lying. I should just be straight up. So, about 8 years ago, I started telling women the truth when I meet them because I want to give that woman the choice if she want to be with me. I wasn't allowing the women to make their own decisions dealing with me because I was putting on a front, a mask, like I'm just this hell of a nigga. But really, I was just a cheating, dog-ass nigga that wanted to sleep with women. That didn't just want to be tied down and be sexually and just have sex with one woman. You know what I started doing? And it started I started to sleep better at night. I started to feel better at night. When I meet a woman now, I said, listen, I understand that, you want a man that's 10 toes down, they're going to be faithful to you and all that, but baby, I ain't going to be faithful to you. I do like to sleep with women. I'm, just running the whole spiel down. Majority of women will be like, man, I can't fuck with you, but I can respect you for telling me the truth. I can respect you for giving me a choice in my life to where if I still want to deal with a man like you. Because I give it a run. I said, listen, baby, I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to give you advice. I'm going to listen to you, whatever you're going through. I'm going to make sure I'm there for you. I'm going to make sure I'm there financially if I got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be there for you, you know. But it might be a few times where your boy might slip up and be in somewhere else. I know a lot of women going to hate to hear that. But I'm telling her the truth. So there's nothing she going to be surprised about. Now, before people were, bro, what about STDs and all? Man, I get all this shit, y'all. Come on now. We live in reality. I get it. You know, I know STDs out here. I know I can get unalive and stuff like that. I get all that. I understand the risk at that time from sleeping with a bunch of women. I totally understand. But I wasn't right within myself during that time. And it wasn't right for me to put all this energy, all this negative energy from me sleeping with other women on this woman. And like I said, I believe in sexually transmitted energy. So a lot of my bad energy should be on this woman from me sleeping with other bad energy type women. I'm mad. She probably having a good day. We end up fucking around. Now she mad. She don't even know why she mad. She just mad. And I believe in that. And I'm gonna say this too. I know I might sound ignorant to a lot. You know what I'm saying? I know I might sound like, damn, bro, you know, woo, woo, woo. But at the end of the day, man, we do need each other. I'm at a point in my life where now, man, you know, I do my best. I'm not gonna say I ain't gonna slip up and fuck off, and I ain't gonna never say that. But I do my best to avoid situations because I'm in a relationship, and my woman know how I get down. That's like my best friend. You know what I'm saying? That's like my best friend. We were best friends before we even, you know, got in a relationship, right? So she knew what type of nigga. She knew how I was moving then, but we just got along so well. But since I've been with her, I said, man, you know, now I found somebody that complete me, right? But at the same time, I would never get on this motherfucker. Hey, like, I might not slip up. It just is what it is. Is it self-control? Maybe. Is it something problem with me? Maybe. I never been touched, never been sexually abused, never been none of that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just not going to sit here and be like, ladies, you get you a perfect man, or fellas, don't cheat on your woman. I ain't gonna never tell a nigga like that. Cause shit, there's some beautiful women out here. You know, sometimes the Lord and the man, black man, some man, these black women, man. But you know, since I've been with her, you know, I always just stood 10 toes down. I avoided certain elements and certain situations. I make sure if I do deal with a woman, she with me. Not deal with a woman like sex. I'm talking about like business, anything. I let her know I relay that message to her. So I take all the proper precautions. It's just like a dope fiend coming out of rehab. You know what I mean? And they give him this coin to put in his pocket to remind him like, hey, you 30 days sober. Here go your coin. You know, you doing good. I'm shaking that coin every day. So I understand me as a man. I understand with me and her, we need each other. We balance each other out. I submit to her. See, I submit to my woman. And she submit to me. We submit to each other. We are selfless people. Me and her are very selfless, man, to each other. To a point where we might argue because we being so selfless with each other. You know what I mean? And when you find someone like that, for me, when I found that person, there's nothing else out here that I would want to be with. But let me tell you something. Man, let the right one come through you, you're going to get drugged. Nah, I'm saying she ain't going to get drugged through the mud, but she going to get talked to. You know, not drug. Hold on, let me prep. Not drug like put some in her drink, you know what I'm saying? But she going to get talked to. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. We need each other because we balance each other out so much, y'all, man, as just black men and black women. That's why I don't make videos disparaging black men. I don't make videos disparaging black women because guess what, men? Even though I got on y'all, I know there's some ain't shit women out here. Trust me. I know some setup. At the time, I knew some women that set you up. I know some women that'll fuck your partner. I know some women that won't allow you to see your kids. I know some women that'll lie on you. I know some women that talk to another man and tell this man like how awful her ex was, and it turned out the nigga wasn't that bad. It was her because she crazy as bad shit. Trust me, I know women that will fuck your life up. Trust me, seen it. A lot of niggas in the penitentiary behind a woman. So I recognize that. Man, matter of fact, let me tell y'all this before I end. I had a homegirl, right? Still fuck with her to this day. She used to make it so hard for her baby daddy see her kids, or her kids' father see her kids. And I used to be like, I'm about to say her name. I'm gonna call her N. No, I ain't gonna say. I'm just say. I say, Pam, why are you doing this? Why are you making it so difficult for this man to see his kid? This man going to court, y'all going back and forth to court, child support, blah, 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 blah. You putting these certain stipulations and stuff like that. Why are you making it so hard? He said, because he don't know any better. She'll say, he don't know nothing. He don't know what it is to take care of a child. He don't know what my kids need to eat. He always buy the wrong size shoes, woo, woo, woo. I said, you know why? Because you're not allowing him to see his goddamn kids. So how he gonna get the experience if you keep being in the way? How you gonna know the shoe size? How you gonna know what to do in certain situations with their kid? How you gonna know to emotionally connect with his babies if you keep holding his babies back? How? I used to get on to her all the time. I said, do you want to grow up do you want your kids to grow up out of a father like you? Look how it messed you up. Knowing that there was a man out there that you couldn't connect to because you were separated from. Look how that affected you. I had to put it in that context for her. I say about a year and a half of me biting on her ass and just like think your kids your kids both need each other. They need each other. A year and a half later, she listened to me finally. I know. You know, some of y'all women are stubborn sometimes, but she listened to me. Their children have graduated. One of them went to the military and the other one is in nursing school like my daughter is. And guess what? They co-parented for 15 years and done a great job. No arguments. You know, you're going to have some disagreements or stuff. You might even have a little argument. It ain't going to be because of that. But she sat down, put her pride to the side, and allowed that man to be a man to her kids. And you see now how her kids turned out, how she's less stressed, how he less stressed, all that shit. But they needed each other. They need each other to raise them kids, even though they're not together, even though they're not fucking. But they needed each other to be together. And that was a beautiful thing to see. And I think she know that, like, yeah, I'll trip. But you gotta think, even with my kids' mama, with my daughter mama, we used to beef. You know what I'm saying? We used to get into it. That's what happens when you're young and dumb and haven't seen life, haven't understood life. But one thing about my daughter mama, she stuck to the agreement. She said, when my baby turned 12, you gonna get her. And that's what she did. Regardless what we went through, that's what we did. My son mama. I said, you know what? I'm in a great financial position. I think I was like, 23, 24 at the time when I had my son. I said, I'm in a great financial position to take care of my children, you know? And especially my son. So guess what? When Junior came out his mama cootie cat, and a couple months later we broke up, I said, you know what? He gonna stay with me. And I went to court. During that time, I spent about almost $10,000 on lawyer fees. That's including guardian ad litem. That's including court calls, lawyer, all this. Because I knew that my son would be in a better environment than with his mother. Not saying his mother is a bad mother or nothing like that, but I was just more stable. I was in a stable situation. I had a network of people around me that would make sure my son was straight. I never once dogged her in court. I never once said she was a bad person. It was just a custody thing. And I tell men all the time, you do have rights to your kids. That's what I did. And Junior been with me ever since he came out. His mama cootie cat damn near. Real shit. So, at the end of the day, man, we need each other. You know, and don't get upset about the bashing or about when you see, you know, women talk about men. That's just that segment of women. For the most part, man, let me speak for myself. In my experience with black women, it's always been great. You know, I hear a lot of guys talk about, you know, in the corporate world, you know, black women be the white man's lapdog. For me, working in corporate America, the black woman was my savior. The black woman trained me. You get what I'm saying? The black woman trained me, so I didn't have these negative experiences with black women like that. I just didn't. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm not oblivious to the bullshit now, y'all. 'Cause I got some relationship stories too. Well, you know what I'm saying? But I chose that. I chose to stay in this shit. You get what I'm saying? I don't blame no woman for nothing. I blame myself because I chose to do it. I chose to be the fool. I think a lot of men and women don't understand that we chose to be in these situations. Only situation that I always be lenient and understanding on is the domestic violence situations where women or men that be in these abusive relationships, because I understand like fear is a motherfucker. I don't think people understand that. Well, why don't she leave or why don't he? Man, fear is something else, man. Fear is the biggest thing in the world, yo. Fear what's gonna happen. Fear how I'm gonna survive. Fear will I get hurt. Fear will I die. Fear what will happen to him. Because keep in mind, fear also always be empathetic and sympathetic to the abuser also. I always keep that in mind. Because they always worry about the person that's abusing them, that's hurting them. So I factor all those things so we could tell people to leave, but nah, man. They got to be ready when they ready. We're going to keep talking to them. We're going to keep giving them mental strength, but we shouldn't be mad at them if they still come back to us, be like, well, you know, such and such still whooping my ass. And be like, well, we told you. It's not that easy. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Some people not strong like other people. I'm telling you, fear is a motherfucker. But anyway, in closing, we need each other. We should love each other. We should always come together as one. You get what I'm saying? We should all come together as one. We should all find people that are like-minded like us, man. I'm telling you. It took me years to... I never was a... Yeah, I just love women. I wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? I was a player, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm pretty sure a lot of men and women can you know, have a lifestyle, you know, but I was blessed. Let me say that. I was blessed, man. Even though a lot of my gray hair come from women, you know, the stress and the heartache and the pain. But I would never, ever, ever be bitter towards no one. Because at the end of the day, I've been hurt. I've been cheated on. I've been played. I've been taken fast. I got my heart snatched. You know what I'm saying? I've been through it all, bro. I've been through it all. At the end of the day, I had to look at myself in the mirror and be like, Brian, that's on you. Can't blame that woman for that. You saw that. You was the fool. You know what I'm saying? I was the fool. I chose to be with that cheating woman after she cheated on me. I decided to still be with that woman around her as I knew she played me for some more than lied to me. That's my own me. I can't blame her for that. That's on me. I was the goddamn fool. But anyway, we need each other. We love each other. We always will grow with each other, man. I ain't gonna lie. And even me, every day is hard, but I would never say what I want to do. Because the right one come across, she gonna get, not the bullshit. But anyway, salute to y'all. I love y'all. Y'all be safe.
When my heart was heavy, when my mind was tired, you walked into my shadows with a quiet fire. Brian Jehovah, you are the truth. Every word you speak cuts straight through. Brian Jehovah, carving my youth into something real, something new. Brian Jehovah, you are the truth. When the lies were louder than the voice inside, you wrote peace upon me, pulled me to your side. Brian Jehovah, you are the truth. every word.